let's talk about Double Down South.
Double Down South, yes. So,
Alan, tell us about Double Down South. This is an indie movie that's in theaters. Tell us all about it.
Yes, Double Down South is written by written and directed by Tom Schulman, who you may know as the writer of Dead Poet Society. This is a con artist film. Opens up in the Deep South. A hot young woman, Diana, played by Lily Simmons. She winds up at this pool billiard hustle establishment. And she's introduced to the billiard variant game known as Keno, where there's a board. It has holes in the board with numbers on them, and the goal is basically to hit the same number ball into the corresponding hole, and you win the game. And so if it's the 9 ball, you hit in the 9 hole, you win. But there's a double in the middle of it. That basically, if you can get a ball into the double hole, you double your winnings, and you can keep doubling it as you do it consecutively. But it's a hustle game. It's basically this game is won by the best pool players in the world, and it's a high stakes game. You're playing this game for tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Diana comes into this establishment. Her boyfriend something happened to him that needs revenge, and Diana goes into the establishment hoping to earn enough money to basically bring back some resemblance of her boyfriend's life in terms of recouping the money that he lost. She is brought into this world of Keno. Kim Coates, you can see him in the background there. He runs the establishment. He sees that she has skills as a billiard player, and better yet, because she's a woman, a hot woman, she can become an attraction and be used to basically hustle and make a lot of money. And so he basically makes an offer to her, says that I'm going to stake you so that I'll cover every single one of your losses, and you can take a percentage of your winnings. And that's a way in which she can earn her money back, or earn enough money for her boyfriend. And but we find out that Kim Coates here is a brutal man. He's a mean man, but he's a ruthless man. But she kind of goes in league with him, and they try to make money together. I'll just end it there because going further will reveal a bunch of spoilers. This is a con game, the con movie, which means that there's more to the film than what you see. There's also a lot of hustle. The game itself is, if you've ever played pool, it opens itself to hustlers, and so there's an element of that where you are hustling in a game where people are known to be hustlers. And then I think from a dramatic and cinematic standpoint, what I like about this movie is the idea of status. In movies, in drama, what makes an interesting drama is the idea of the protagonist or the antagonist has high status, and then the corresponding character has low status. Because you can't have people with the same status. That's boring. You need to have this kind of variant of that. And so usually in a scene, you'll see someone who throws their weight around and the other one who just kind of follows along. And that's how you make a dramatic scene. But in con movies, everyone has high status. But now they're at various levels of high status. And that's the art of writing one of these, is that you get to play around with characters who are all alpha dogs, but now have to kind of relate to one another and one up each other. And so there's this subtle fight for status that continues on throughout this entire film. And so I'll say this. I did enjoy the movie. I did have fun with it. It's very low budget. The actors do a very good job in it. But when I think about, to me, the high standard for a con movie is The Sting. And
I was just gonna bring up, it's like, how does this compare to The Sting, which is the ultimate version of the movie that you described?
Right. It's The Sting is a lofty goal to reach. It's not. I think even with the Usual Suspects, it hasn't even gotten that close to it. But it's The Sting is the gold standard. This is a very mid indie version of that. or
Mm.
that's where I would say it. So I think you'll have fun. It's not going to change the world. It's not going to change the genre, but it's definitely fun. And if you like looking at 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 Lily Simmons looking hot, this is a good movie.
All
And
right. Well,
and yeah, I don't want to say too much about the con itself, but I thought it did it well. I mean, I figured it out about midway through the film, but I think I think if you're a fan of the genre, you may figure out early, but if you're just a casual fan, I think it'll carry you to the end.
well, do you recommend Double
Yes.
Down South?
Yes.
Cool. So a
Probably
mild
around a 7.
recommendation.
Yeah, about a 7.
7. Okay, cool.